Today I want to return to the subject of legato playing. Legato just meaning smooth and linked together, and the way you achieve that sound on the guitar is generally through hammer-ons, pull-offs and slides, all of which are involved in today's exercise. So it goes like this. We're just playing on the top pair of strings. So that's the exercise, but it's also something you could use in a real musical situation. I think this kind of idea wouldn't sound out of place in a rock tune or a metal tune if you powered on the distortion, maybe played it a little bit faster. It works like this. We're starting at the 5th fret on the 2nd string and hammering down, so 5, 7 and then 8, and then doing the same thing on the next string. So we're just picking the first note on each string and then we're hammering the next couple of notes. So pick, hammer, hammer, pick, hammer, hammer. Then I'm sliding up to the 10th fret on the top string and then I'm descending in the next position. So after the slide I'm pulling off to 8 and then pulling off again to 7. Slide and then a double pull off. I'm not picking again, so often with legato playing you only pick the string when you need to, so usually the first time you're playing a note on any given string. All of the other notes are slurred, so you're playing them with a hammer on, a pull off or with a slide. So here I'm picking once, onto the next string, picking, hammer, hammer, slide, pull, pull. So you're getting all of those notes with just one stroke of the pick. And then we're moving over onto the next string, so I am going to pick here and I've got a double pull off, so from 10 down to 8 and then 7. Then I'm going up into another little position of this exercise, so I'm sliding from 7 to 8 and I'm starting to hammer again, so slide, hammer at 10, hammer at 12. So again a long series of notes just with one pick stroke, so picking here, pull, pull, slide, hammer, hammer, and then over onto the top string, double hammer, sliding down to the previous position, pull off, and then over onto the B string. I'm hoping I'm not making this sound more complicated than it actually is. We're kind of working with these groupings of notes. We've got 5, 7 and 8, and then we've got 7, 8 and 10 on both of the strings, and then 8, 10 and 12, and we're just kind of slurring our way around those little boxes of notes. Let me just put the whole thing together slowly for you. So we've got this. And then we can go round again if you want to. So and as with all these kinds of exercises, you want to make sure that you're playing everything in time, nice and evenly. The danger is that you'll be snatching at some of these slurred notes and it's not going to sound even. This is where practice is going to make a really big difference, because it's all about having the strength in your fingers to be in control of these hammer-ons and pull-offs. So you're definitely going to want to start slowly with this stuff before going up to shredding kind of speed, because otherwise you'll kind of be tempted to go too fast and it will just end up sounding a bit uneven and wonky. And I would recommend playing this in a triplet kind of a rhythm. That's the natural rhythmic feel of this idea, I think. So if I just do that with a metronome, I've got this set up at 90 beats per minute. So there we are. I'm not really a shredder, personally speaking, so I find this kind of thing quite challenging. I've not done this kind of technical work for a while, so this is certainly something that would benefit my own technique, I think, just the strength and the control with those hammer-ons, and certainly were I to play it a little bit faster, I think it would probably break down and start getting a little bit uneven. Not too bad, but I certainly could do with some work on this for my own techniques sake. And I think that's the great thing about these technical exercises. Even if you're not a shredder and don't want to play that kind of music, it's still beneficial to do this kind of stuff. I think good technique can then be applied to whatever musical style you're into. I certainly find that working on this kind of thing will help me when I'm playing the styles of music that I do normally play. And that's the exercise. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could find some variations on the basic exercise. As it stands, it works in the key of E minor, but you could try it in some other keys, maybe experiment with some other positions or string sets. You could play around with the rhythm as well. I said that the natural rhythm for this lick is probably triplets, but what if you tried to play the lick in 8th notes or 16th notes? That might be quite interesting. So have fun, and I'll see you again tomorrow.